Hello, my friends. Today's date is December the 26th, and this is a reading for you if this is your birthday, or if this is an anniversary or a special event day. But primarily, this is a birthday reading for the year to follow. This is a four-card pull, a general energy you might face this year, a challenge you might face this year, an action you can take to stay in balance this year, and an outcome or synopsis card. So this is the general energy card of the year, and it is the nectar. And the nectar, the reflection of the nectar are those sweet things that regenerate and heal our soul. And sometimes, oftentimes, they're the simplest, most overlooked things that we can imagine. You know, the flowers, the sounds of delightful music, the laughter of children, the singing of songs that uplift, the movements that take us deep into our self, our soul, our bodies, our awareness. Those are all nectars. Those are all things that talk to us. Deep, deep friendships, deep love, deep sharing. You know, and often the sense of the nectar is often also about the truth. Uh, Talking the truth, saying the truth, hearing the truth. There's a nectar, there's a sweetness, there's a connectedness of the soul and the spirit to the self, to the body, all the way down to the the mundane channels of being and out to all the sacredness of the universe. So the nectar talks about in those hard times, in those challenging times, to not overlook the sweetness, the things that bring a sense of delight, and they may be subtle, and they might be not easily recognized, and they may be the simple things that are just sitting right in front of us all the time, calling to us, but we overlook them and we forget their power, we forget their essence. But the nectar is like, what is it compared to? Uh, a sweet uh, essence dripping from your brain like honey, traveling down to your heart, filling your whole being up with this sweetness of connection and sweetness of flowering and sweetness of healing and sweetness of regeneration. So this is a card that says this year you're going to uh, face times that might be challenging, but remember that this is also times of healing and also times of regeneration. And sometimes to go through the pain is also then to go through the healing of that pain and to come out on the other side with a new outlook, a new sense of self, a new honesty in oneself. So, what is your particular challenge, December the 26th, people? Is death, letting go of something that has meaning to you. I mean, this could be an actual death, um, you know, facing your own death, possibly facing someone else's death, quite possible, but also on a more everyday level, it's releasing things you don't need anymore. It's shedding skins that don't serve you anymore. It's releasing attachments and addictions that it might have held you and kept you from feeling your most truthful and authentic and alive self and releasing those things. It's possibly about releasing old belief systems about yourself that you're unworthy, that you're not good enough, that you're not wanted, that you're not able, that you're not capable, that you don't have the things that are required for you to progress along your way. So, if that is your challenge, to allow things that don't serve you anymore to flow from you, what does that have to do with nectar? Well, in recognizing those things, uh, sometimes we think about them so much that we get our mind obsessed with, what is transpiring, and the pain of loss, and the challenge of letting go, and the guilt of maybe not doing enough, and the shame of not being, aware enough, or not emotionally sharing enough, and the grief of not really understanding the loss of what's happening. So the nectar are those simple things again that bring us regeneration and healing. Those simple flowers, flower essences that might help you. Being absorbed in nature might help you. Singing might help you. Creating your art, a sweetness of your art, creating good foods that nurture you, creating good company that lifts you up, creating good sounds that lift you up and transcend you. And this is the action that suggested Lizard: dreaming. Dreaming, allowing yourself to dream of new possibilities, allowing yourself to dream and call understanding and healing energies to you, allowing yourself to dream and understand that life is bigger than just this piece that you're facing, that there are more things that you can't imagine about what is happening that are bigger than anything that you're really realizing, and that even in the loss of a person, is there a nectar involved? Is there a recognition of a sweetness involved? Is there a sense of loss, but also a sense of warmness and deep and often deepening connection to what has meaning in one's life, and that is connections to other people, and connections to other beings, and connections to other hearts, and connections to other joys, and a deepening of friendships and loves, and commitments to things that lift us up and serve us. Maybe you're going to become, someone who learns about how to deal with flower essences and healing essences, and healing practices, and then share those with others. So developing the sense of the nectar as a healing tool for your own regeneration and for the regeneration of others. And the outcome card, I think, is there are doorways opening to you this year that you can't imagine. There are people coming to you outside of yourself that will help to talk to you and lead you. There are energies inside of you, ancestral energies and psychic energies and connective energies that can talk to you about who you are, and how you can be healed, and how you can regenerate those parts of yourself that are dead and dying, and have sloughed off, and that you fear a great loss from. And yet there's a great energy of life still there, and there's a great energy of awareness still there if you can recognize the nectar, if you can recognize the sweetness, the divine connection, the sacred attunement, the simplest of energies that will lift you up and heal you and regenerate you. But in the process, it's letting go of things that don't serve you. It's letting go of people who you might love dearly, and have some deep connection to. But the process of life is the process of letting go, because we all have to let go, and we all have to move on, and we all have a new reality and adventure awaiting us outside of these bodies. So this might be a profound year for you in ways of letting go of what has meaning, and what can you bring to replace, not necessarily replace, but to help to heal those wounds of letting go, those sacrifices of letting go, those pains of letting go of something and someone that has a deep sweetness to us. What do we replace that sweetness with? What do we fill ourselves up with again in that sense of sweetness? Divine memories, warm healing, greater awareness, and bringing those practices out to others. So remember to dream, remember to envision, remember to see reality in the bigger pictures by honoring your intuition and honoring your dreams and honoring your visions. Aho.